because I needed it. It's really hard to believe. It was kind of an ugly game. 52 fouls called. Not a lot of flow to the game. And didn't really get it. We weren't able to get in transition as much as we would have liked. So we kind of had to play a game that doesn't fit us that well. It was kind of a muddy, ugly wrestling match. At one time I think there was 8 minutes left. We had all four, maybe all four with Toby included, with 4 fouls of the front line guys. So I'm proud that we found a way to hang in the game when it became that physical and that muddied. And obviously very disappointed for our guys. They continue to make enough plays to put us in position to win. They've continued to believe in each other. It's just it's really troubling that this has happened this many times this season, where we've come up just an eyelash short. But certainly proud of my team again today.
I thought it was going in, honestly. Toby had good confidence in me, made the right read. They trapped Dev up top, had 3 people on him for some reason. Swung it to Toby at top of the key. Toby found me in the right corner. I just let it go. Came up a little short. That's really all it was. But it felt good. It was a good look. We had a real good look.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because it looked just like the shot that Austin hit last game from the same spot, and it looked good from my view.
I don't think so. But I think we learned a lot individually about ourselves and as a team collectively through this year. And I think that's why we're going into New York with a little confidence and a little swagger, because we have had a lot of tests this year. So we feel that we can make a push when we get to New York. He is real difficult. He's a really good player. When he gets going, he gets going. He's pretty efficient inside when he catches it, and has time to tee it up. So he's just a real efficient scorer down low. And sometimes we did a bad job of getting to those double teams down low, and he would do a good job of picking us apart and making an extra pass. Yeah, definitely. I think in the first half they did a good job of sagging off the weak side and not letting us get that lob over the top to the big inside. But going into the second half, we made a couple of adjustments, spaced the floor a little bit more, and when we got that switch, just to get it inside and let them go to work.
It's just leadership. Like every day in practice, like a lot of teams losing games like this would not even want to practice, but they give us the motivation to practice every day, and we see them compete every day at practice. Like Austin plays 35, 40 minutes a game, and he's competing at like he's played like 5 minutes a game. So he's an amazing leader. So is the rest of the seniors, and it's a lot to learn from him.
Yeah, I thought he played really well. Made good decisions. And I don't know what the halftime stats were, but I don't think he took a lot of shots or made a lot of shots at halftime. But just kind of let things come to him, and he's done an unbelievable job of that, especially the last couple weeks. So we had a couple options. They took Austin away on that curl in the last play, and the second option was Devin going with his left hand. We had Austin going with his right hand. We had James spacing the floor, and then we had the 2 trailers. And Dev made a good read. They triple teamed him. He got it out of there. The first defender ran at Toby. they stayed with James, so Austin got a clean look to win the game.
Any other questions? Mac, I guess what were you trying to do against Steinberg, and I guess how did you kind of?
Well, they did a good job of having him catch it off the block a couple steps, where it was kind of in that gray area as whether you go and commit to the trap or not. And he made some nice plays off the dribble where he kind of backed you in and flipped it over his shoulder, and then obviously the foul trouble hurt us without question, because I don't feel like those guys probably felt they could be as aggressive trying to keep it out of the post. At their place, we did an unbelievable job of making sure he didn't catch it, and then when he did, we were there with the double team. You have to pick your poison a little bit, because if you run with that double team, you're leaving Blewett and D. Davis, Miles Davis, and McCura, Abel standing on the perimeter, and they're probably going to get rhythm 3-point shots. And he was really efficient today, and we went through almost 20 fouls on him. Good player.
And how difficult, 52 fouls, how difficult is it to play when you're hearing the whistle that often?
It makes us like more, like not wanting to foul as much, so we're not as aggressive. And it just, like with me, like I relaxed a few plays, and it like they capitalized on it. And like Coach had told me, like, can't relax no matter what the situation is, and you got to play through it. And I felt like as I played more aggressive, like I played with more smarts.
Anything else? I guess all three of you just talking about the challenge that lies ahead of you. Obviously, you get the follow up.
I think the challenge starts with us. Going into practice tomorrow, just with an edge. We have to have an edge all week. I think that's the big thing for us, is just having an edge and staying on top of our game, because I think a lot of times we beat ourselves, and we make some foolish mistakes at some points that loses us a couple games. So I think us keeping an edge and staying hungry and listening to the scouting report and just trying to do everything in our power so that we can win the game will be positive for us.
Just kind of hitting on what Austin said. We just got to have that edge. Like, we know the seniors will come out, and we just have to respond to, like, how they are. And they always come out strong, and we just got to attention to detail, just pay attention in practice and learn our scout report.
Everybody's family's in town pretty much, especially the 7 seniors. So they need to enjoy some time with them tonight and tomorrow morning, and then we need a very good mental practice on tomorrow afternoon, and a good workout Monday before we leave, and then we'll go to New York City with a plan, get a short workout in Tuesday, and see what happens. DePaul's hasn't played well as of late. But certainly they have nothing to lose, and you're going to get those teams can be dangerous sometimes, and we just have to figure out a way to get ourselves prepared, and I'm confident that we'll be able to do that, because this team has shown a lot of resiliency in that regard, picking themselves up from tough situations and handling adversity with tremendous maturity. So I hope they've got that in them one more time. We'll try to get that out of them starting tomorrow in practice. And hopefully we can go to New York City and see if we can't make some noise. Like I told the guys in the locker room, I think their legacy's already been established. They started 0-8 in league play. We lost 9 in a row at one point. A lot of teams would have packed it in. A lot of teams would have crumbled from within, as I've said before. And this group has not. This group is playing their best basketball at the time of the year you want to play your best basketball, and I think our fans appreciate how they've approached some very adverse situations. So I think their legacy is established. They certainly wish there were more wins involved, but I think how you act and how you treat your teammates and how you represent the name on the front of your jersey is much more important in the end of the day than wins and losses. So I told them, let's go to New York and do something for yourself. You know, the fans are very proud of you. I get emails every day about how proud they are of this team. But you deserve some success. So let's go to New York City, let our hair down, have some fun, and try to win some basketball games and see where it might take us. Thank you.
Thank you.